So, hello everyone and welcome to Moments with Bella. So today we will be sharing an independence moment of my country. First of all, happy Independence Day, Namibia. 34 years today. As you can see, I am dressed up a little bit in my cultural Namibian attire. This is a headscarf from my tribe, Oshiwambo tribe. And then the necklace, these are ostrich necklaces. And as a married woman that I am, you should have these, okay? So that's just to show that I will never forget my culture, whether I'm in Namibia or not, which I am not. I am not in Namibia, but I wanted to take this moment and not necessarily reflect on independence of our country, but just to say Happy Independence Day. I am truly grateful that we are now independent. We have been colonized for, I think, 100 years, if not more, from the British to the Germans to the South African. Okay, it sounds so wrong when you say to the South African because they are our fellow South Africa, but there was a regime in South Africa at a certain period of time that took over from Germany and just came over to Namibia and colonized us. So we are free from our colonizers, and it is a wonderful thing to have. And I am not a born free, which means I'm not born after independence. I might look like compliments to myself. But I'm not a born free, but I was also not too old or old enough to really know so much about what it was before independence, but I know some. I was a child, but I was aware of what was going on, and one thing I know for sure is that I was in constant fear because I was afraid, as with every kid. I know these soldiers, the South African soldiers that I know, I don't know about the Germans and the Brits, okay? The South African soldier never really bothered kids, but their parents. So if your parents are bothered, you are worried, you are afraid, you are always nervous. I know that feeling that maybe they will take my parents or they will kill my parents and what will happen to me, and so on and so forth. Or that maybe they will bomb your school and things like that. And so we all know what colonization brings: limitation to everything, segregations, and whatnot. Education was one of those, and that's why most of our parents are not educated. Those that are educated have to really fight and have to have the means to educate themselves or leave their home or their area or whatever. It was a struggle to be educated. Imagine for over 100 years, for over 100 years. And sometimes people might look at us as a country and say, why are you not being what? Imagine being colonized for over 100 years. Limitation. You are not allowed to have certain amount of money. You cannot wear certain clothes. You cannot even own a car. There was some people that own a car, but not so many. Just a lot. And your education is limited to a certain level. I don't want to get too deep into this. I just wanted to say Happy Independence and reflect a little bit, and to just say how much really Namibian independence mean to me as an individual. I remember back then when we went to kindergarten, or I went to school late even. I was not like 6 or anything like that. I was maybe 7 or Yeah, I think I was 7 when I went to kindergarten, something like that. But it was just a structure made of wood. Yeah, made of wood and nothing else. And then the teacher was only allowed to learn so much so that they make sure she doesn't teach more. If you only know this much, how can you teach this much? So that was the control, né? So, which is now different. You can study as much as you can, provided that you can afford it, of course. And the Namibian government is really trying, because it does give study funds. It does allocate study funds to students. Of course, not everybody, but some people. I know that we as Namibians, and like any other citizens of any country, we like to complain, and we have the right to complain about things that are not good, that are not done. But it is always fair when you are complaining to also appreciate what has been done. So we have a lot of schools, and of course it's not everywhere in the country. And one thing that we have to remember as Namibian is that there is no country in the world that is perfect, that their citizens are 100% happy with what the government is doing. Now that doesn't excuse bad behaviors and laziness and corruption from the government, but we should also just remember the government really cannot cater to everybody. And I don't want to sound like I'm defending the government, because God forbid, I would never defend the government. I will never defend the government. Okay, maybe I will. I am fair. At least I try to be. Cannot cater to everyone, but I really should say, I believe our government has tried and is trying. That shouldn't mean that they shouldn't give their 100% in their job and in their execution of how things should go, how things should work, but they have tried. If we reflect on the past 34 years, we can honestly say they did try. So they should just continue and try more. I have just learned that my town of Okahanja has been without electricity for 2 days or 1 day, because the power company that provide electricity to the town, their transformer died. Like, it came to the end of its life, the end of the transformer's life. But my problem is, how did these people not know that this thing was about to die? Is there no indication and things like that? And these are the things that we just need to do better. Like, you need to check up on these things. So, like us who use cell phones to vlog, I know how long my battery lasts. So I would either carry a power bank, or maybe if I have an extra cell phone, I carry that. And our country should prepare themselves like this to avoid things like power outage for 2 days. And imagine you have your freezer stacked with meat because maybe you bought it on special and things are very expensive now, and then here comes electricity off or your meat spoiled. Power will not pay you back for that meat or for whatever you lost. No. So they should try to avoid things like this, you know. So the whole town, imagine. No warning either, no warning. Just because somebody didn't do their job well to check, oh, this transformer only work from this and this, maybe let's say for 5 years, and the 5 years is up next month or next week. Somebody didn't check this, and it's just like, poof, oh, power's off. It is a transformer, you know. So then we are running around like a chicken without head, with its head cut off, like they say, and stuff like that. And that happened in the government. We just really have a lot of lack of planning. So anywho, I know that my country people are off today, Thursday, Friday. So, hey, talk about long weekend. I wish I was there in Namibia. But I'm happy for you guys. I hope you have a wonderful independence. I am also celebrating. Unfortunately, it's not a holiday over here, but I am in the spirit, as you can see. I am in the spirit. And these are the things that I like to celebrate. But I used to go to the independence stadiums or stadiums, whatever the event is, just to see what's going on. And I usually like the president's speech, especially the first president. That was me back then. And then I got fed up with politics and SWAPO not doing his job, so I refused to go. But I'm a country woman at heart, always and forever. I might not want to come back and live in my country and deal with the power outage for 2 days again, but that is my motherland. I'm a die-hard Namibian, always, first and foremost. But I'll never come back. I'll never come back. There are just a lot of things that are stressful out there. So, no, thank you. I will celebrate independence from over here and always be a patriotic Namibian, but unless the German government chased me out of here for some reason, I will come back home. But if not, so long, bye-bye. Bye-bye to the power and the water going. So long, bye-bye. I cannot sing if my life depends on it. I cannot. But yeah. So that is it, guys. I hope you have a good one. And if you don't mind, let me know what your day is like. Are you out there today, or you are just at home watching from the television? I have seen a clip, I think it's in Caprivi region where the independence is, or celebration is officially, and the Namibian NDF guys are, what is it called when you are parachuting? There's a word that I forgot. Descending, coming down, and the parachute got caught up on is it the electrical pole or a lamp or something, and then the other guy landed. There's a big old circle, I think, where they're supposed to land, but the other guy landed near somewhere between cars, and people are looking. I'm like, yeah, that's my country, people. Yes, I am still very proud of my country. So yeah, we could do better, but I am still proud. Like, yes, we do lose power, but we cannot even compare our loss of power to NEPA. Now, I do know about NEPA from Nigeria. That is a power company in Nigeria, just because of how much the power goes off all the time in Nigeria, and people have to resort to solar panels or make sure you have big old generator, or we cannot maybe complain as much as South Africa's load shedding, but still we do lose power here and there. And in most cases, to be fair, you are informed, not that you can do anything about it, but maybe you can buy a lot of ice and put your things in the cool box in the ice if you are warned. But we have it okay, at least, with the power outage. Apart from the transformer being off today. Not today, the past 2 days. Yeah, so we have a lot to be grateful for. We have a lot to improve, and so on and so forth. So I hope we can get some leaders with sharp brains that, this is not the moment. This is not my venting moment about my country, but the fact that they don't like to give opportunity to young people, that is one thing that is super annoying, because old people have their chances and they don't seem to utilize it much better than what they have been doing for the past 34 years. I think it can be better, but I do hope once the young people get the opportunity, they just don't get corrupt also, because this is what I'm afraid of. They're like, vote for me, vote for that, blah, 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 and we will do better. And then once you have the position, you become like, I don't know, maybe the position just came with your brain changing from what you really wanted to do to being selfish and all for me, and how much I can get and how much power I can keep and how long I can keep it and stuff like that. But anywho, let me not talk too much. Happy 34th Independent Namibia, always my motherland and my country. The brave, land of the brave, not the brave warriors. Land of the brave, always. Goodbye. Thank you for watching.